welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking that button and for joining me on another episode today. Alright, so I've been paying attention to my viewers and I've been receiving a lot of emails and a lot of comments on my videos as it relates to purchasing homes in Jamaica. So if you are in the frame of mind to buy a house, I am going to outline 7 steps that you can use to get you on track to getting that keys. Alright, so stick with me and let's get this house. Alright, so I have 2 keys in my hands, guys. House key, car keys. And for many of us as young people, we aspire to get the car keys first. But if I could live my life over, I would choose a house key before I got my car. But we all have to go through life and make mistakes to learn. So if you are a young person and you're watching this video, stay tuned. Do not make the same mistake I made. Learn from my mistake. Best key to get right now is the key to your own home. Alright, so I'll be outlining 7 steps to ensuring and to securing the keys to your home. Alright, so the first step is you need to prove that you are earning. So you need to show source of income. So whether you are an employee or an employer, you need to provide proof that you are earning. Also, you need to be between the legal working age, which is between 18 to 65. Alright, so that's step number 1. Alright, so step number 2, know your budget. So you need to know how much you can afford to buy. So you need to go to the NHT or to your bank, wherever you're planning on getting this funding from, and get what you call an eligibility letter or a pre-qualification letter outlining the amount of money that is available for you to purchase this house. So say for instance you go to NHT, I think the max that you can get from NHT is 6.5. So if you get an eligibility letter for $6.5 million, you know that you can afford to purchase a home for $6.5 million. So know your budget. Also, most banks offer what we call a joint financing. So say you have your $6.5 million from NHT, but you are a married person, you can actually pull together with your spouse to get additional funding. So say you see a house for $10 million, when both of you combine through the joint financing program, then you will know, alright, my partner is eligible. My partner is eligible for to get 6.5 and I can get the 3.5 balance to purchase this $10 million home. So know your budget and consider pooling with someone else through the joint financing program if you need additional funds to access that mortgage or to purchase that home. Alright, so step number 3 is to save your deposit. So now that you know how much you have available to purchase this house, so say for instance you know that you're qualified or you have $10 million to your disposal to purchase this house. Typically, most mortgages or most vendors require that you pay a 10% deposit cash out of your pocket towards the purchase of this home. So say the home that you want costs $10 million, you need 10% of that money cash in hand to put down as your deposit on this house. Alright, so some ways that you can actually save your deposit. I know some persons who, because the thing is the best thing that you can do is to plan ahead of time. So don't go searching for the house today that you want to buy for tomorrow. Plan in advance. So start saving for that house 6 months in advance. Start saving for that house 1 year in advance. And you put down that money. So by the time you are ready to purchase that house and you've seen a property that you actually like and you are interested in buying, you already have the deposit. Alright, so Some ways that you can actually save your deposit. I know persons who throw partners to save their deposit. The NHT actually have something that they call the contribution refund towards deposit, where they give you back a number of years of the money that you would have thrown with them. They give it back to you, and that you can use towards your deposit or your closing fee. I know persons who actually take out loan. It's not something that I recommend, because when you are obtaining a mortgage, they look at your ability to repay this debt. And if you have large amount of debts paying back, it might put you at a disadvantage. So if you are going to take out a loan to secure your deposit, be careful. Make sure you run this by your financial company or institution that you plan on getting the mortgage from. Make sure you run it by them to ensure that you are not going to be in the red when you are ready to actually go through this mortgage process, that this loan that you are taking out will not hinder you, will not be a deterrent in you obtaining that mortgage. But my recommendation, because you are planning ahead of time, so you could save, throw some partner man, borrow some money from a friend, get some money from your family members. I know a lot of persons who have life insurance, and you can pull some money from your life insurance policy to help you with securing that deposit that you need to make that down payment on your home. Alright, so step number 4, secure the property. So go and look for a property that is within your budget. Alright, so go property shopping and look for that house or that piece of land. Alright, so I know you're all excited, you're property shopping and all of that, but keep in mind that you need to be careful when selecting a property, because I mean, this is the largest investment that you will ever make in your life, right? So you want to ensure that you're doing the right thing and that you've done due diligence in securing this property. Alright, so some persons actually use licensed realtors to help them with this process. So maybe you could consider trying to get a licensed realtor to help you with this process, or you could go do it all alone. You could watch videos like these and see when I post houses that are going on sale, or you could follow other realtors. A lot of them are out there. Follow their page to get updates on when new properties are listed, or you could even do a Google search. There are plenty sources out there that you can use to help you in the selection process and helping you to secure your home. Alright, but also keep in mind that you need to get a lawyer, because obtaining a home, as I said before, this is your biggest investment. So you want to ensure that all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted, right? So ensure that you secure a lawyer. So whilst you're out there doing your little search and you're trying to obtain that property, make a few calls and get yourself a lawyer to help you with the process once you have identified your property. Alright, so step number 5. Alright, so now that you've identified your property and you have your lawyer on your side, the next step to do is to make that deposit. And once you have made that deposit, you will get what they call a sales agreement, which your lawyer is supposed to go through to make sure that the property is registered, the property has title, and all of these things. Taxes are being paid on the property. And as I said, all your T's are crossed and all your I's are dotted. So make that deposit, get your sales agreement, and start your process. Yes. Alright, step number 6. Alright, so now you're going to close the deal. So now that you have made your deposit, you are halfway there, because now the mortgage process would have started. And typically here in Jamaica, the mortgage process will take anywhere between 90 to 120 days, which is between 3 to 4 months to be finalized. So now you're at the stage where you're actually closing the deal. So you'll be paying your closing fees, and you're one step closer. You're almost there. Alright, and step number 7, go collect your keys. So now that the deal is closed, you would have paid your deposit, you would have paid your closing fee, the mortgage process would have started, your lawyer did all that he is supposed to do, and everything is copper set. You're ready to move in, so go get your keys and welcome home. Alright guys, so I know that obtaining that home, it's a dream for many of us, right? But it is also a very costly venture, and a lot of persons make the mistake of not pre-planning, and when you get into the process now, you realize that obtaining a home is more expensive than you actually think. So before you are actually ready to purchase that home, I would advise that you do some research, as I said before, and I'm going to go over the steps. So as I would have mentioned before, you ensure that you know your budget, you know how much you are qualified to obtain, you save a deposit, you get your lawyer involved, you go property shopping, you search around and you look at different properties before you make a selection on one. Alright, so ensure that you do due diligence, guys, please, because this is your most costly venture and you want to ensure that you get it right the first time. Alright, so you are now a homeowner, proud homeowner, and I'm so happy for you. You've completed all the steps, so now you're ready to buy your furniture and live it up. Alright, so before I close this video, I'm just gonna go quickly through the steps that I would have outlined in the video. Alright, so step number 1 is to ensure that you have proof of income, whether you're an employee or an employer. Banks will need to know that you are earning and that you are able to pay this money back that you are intending to borrow. Alright, and remember the age limit, the legal age limit here in Jamaica is between age 18 and 65. Alright, so step number 2, ensure that you have a budget. Ensure that you know how much money you have available to you to purchase this home before you actually go out into the field and searching, because the worst thing that could happen is that you go out there and you see a house that you like, then you go to the bank and try to finance it and you realize this is out of your budget, you cannot afford. You'll be disappointed. So before you go house searching or house hunting, ensure that you have a budget, you know how much you can afford to buy. Alright, and step number 3, ensure that you save your deposit. So put that money down every month, collect that money that you would need to put together for that deposit. Alright, and step number 4, you go property searching. So you go out into the field to select and look at varying properties. Alright, so step number 5 would be to make your deposit. Step number 6 would be to close the deal. So this is where you pay your closing fee and other associated fee, including your lawyer's fee, surveyor's fee, and all of that fees. Alright, and all of those fees. Alright, and step number 6, you get your key. You're moving like a boss. Alright, thank you for being with me and thank you for staying to the end of this video. If you are new to my channel, ensure that you click that subscription button and become a member of the family. Alright, so guys, take care, be safe. Until I see you in my next video. Bye.